Good morning, comrades. Day 21 of isolation, just after 11. So today begins with 11sies. You may have just heard the boiling of the kettle and the washing going round and round in the machine. You know, when I was a kid, I used to think that those front-loading washing machines could be a bit like watching telly. And I have actually seen cats sit in front of them and follow the washing going round and round and round. There's something quite strange about those noises. Almost comforting, really. Anyway, as I pour another cup of tea, I'm actually pouring it into the hot water into the pot, yeah? By the way, I didn't warm the pot first. Now, in all honesty, this is tea bag type tea. But would anybody tell me off for not warming the pot? Yeah, I always do tea in then milk as well. I'll just let that brew. But others may disagree. I have heard it actually said that putting the milk in first and then sticking the hot tea over the top might have helped to kill the bugs in the milk. I don't know. Look. Really, again, I just want to talk about Boris Johnson. Yeah, we're surviving here. We're getting by. And I don't think it's a COVID cold. I think it's just a runny nose. We're surviving. We're staying locked down. I've just seen a video on the BBC, of all things, of what is happening in an ICU unit. I don't think they said where it was. Well, these people are saying they're absolutely up to capacity. Yeah, they are just hoping against hope that this curve is flattened because they're hitting full capacity now and they won't be able to cope. So look, people, we've had just about everybody telling you, yeah, had nurses in tears, had nurses with all the marks from their PPE where they're getting the correct stuff around their face, coming out of their cars and in tears pleading for you to stay inside. So if you're thinking of going out, please don't, unless obviously it's for the essential reasons, okay? Now, just to go back to what I want to say, yeah, we now know that Boris Bozo the racist clown, for that hasn't changed. He still is Bozo the racist clown. Neither has it changed that his government were responsible for the economic murder of 130,000 sick and disabled people. Neither does it change that his philosophy, his government, his neoliberalism have been condemned by the United Nations Special Rapporteur, and this government has twice been before the United Nations. It doesn't change one bit what I hold him and the Tory party accountable for. It doesn't change that mentally ill people like my wife, and to some extent myself, people who are so mentally sick, have taken their own lives. It doesn't change him being in hospital at St Thomas's, being treated by our NHS staff, whom obviously, it goes without saying, I praise beyond belief. These people are working, according to that BBC thing, in many cases 60 hours a week, and this could well include my own son. Yeah, some of them are saying, really, with the PPE on, mostly you can't stand it for more than about 2 hours at a time. Yeah, you just can't stand it. Some nurses, they are saying, who've been in that kind of kit, they just can't hack it. They get claustrophobic, they have panic attacks. I quite understand. This is not something that I am sure every experienced nurse is going to be able to handle. So once again, thank you to the staff at St Thomas's. Thank you to the staff at James Paget Hospital near to me, where we know there are trials going on with medicines and drugs. Fantastic to know that. Thank you to everyone at that hospital. Thank you to the patients and their families who are contributing to these studies under such terrible times. I thank you for your acts of selfless humanity. But let me just really kind of wrap this up now by saying, look, yes, I am not willing to wish death, disease, and suffering even onto somebody like Boris Johnson or Dominic Cummings or any of them. I am not willing to do that. I acknowledge the suffering and the death that they have caused. I hold them responsible for that. I hope that will haunt their consciences for the rest of their days on this earth. But I will not actively wish harm and disease and COVID-19 upon them. I'm not gonna get all sympathetic, yeah? I can't do that. I can't do that. I feel perhaps the same way as possibly a soldier who has been fighting an enemy. Yeah, let's call it 1-to-1. Let's say you were fighting the SS in Germany near the end of the war, and you have shot an SS man, and you haven't killed them, but they are still alive and they are no longer a threat to anybody. They are out of action. Yeah, I think they call it hors de combat. Yeah, they're out of action. Now, I would say that even in the Second World War, our medics treated enemy wounded. And that's kind of how I feel about Johnson. He's still the enemy. He's still potentially dangerous. He will undoubtedly go back to being dangerous if and when he recovers. But in the same way that we would have treated enemy wounded, obviously I expect him to be treated too. So that's it for today, okay? Tea should have brewed by now. And let me know what you think. But honestly, I refuse to live by and harbour such hatred, even towards him, because that will infect me. And if I should die, I don't want to live with that hatred within me. I don't want it. I don't want that hatred. I can't allow it within me. Okay, take care, folks. I'm gone. Bye.